I was in the middle of drinking. I was in the middle of drinking. I was getting drunk today. But some shit happened. I'll give you a hint. Yoink. Donald Trump bombed Iran. Donald Trump bombed Iran. I'm going to... I've got to do this drunk. Okay. I saw... Got a live update feed. He hit 3 sites, I saw. Trump's decision to strike Iran will change history, Netanyahu says. As if all the other times we got involved in this war has been any different. We fell for weapons of mass destruction again. I heard earlier today that he accused his intelligence of lying. I missed half of that. The group chat's going crazy about this, right? Just gotta... Oh, my friend gave me a link to watch the live stream. He's about to address you.
Hey, so, I forgot to turn on my desktop audio recording, so this is all silent, but he basically says that we hit 3 sites, nuclear sites in Iran, and if Iran doesn't commit to peace, we're going to hit more of them. You will get a chance to hear the full address later in this video, but that's the gist of it for now.
Okay, so every time we've gotten in war with Iran, it's because Israel asked us to.
I'm just going to fast forward through this so you don't have to watch silence for like 5 minutes.
Is that all he has to say? He threw us in the Middle East again, and that's all he has to say? That Muslim attacked Israel, and we're the greatest military in the world for doing exactly what Israel's already been doing, just hitting the nuclear sites. Yeah, it's a huge moment telling us that we're going to get our ass fucked in another country again. We're going to go back to the desert, fight a war for someone else's interests.
This is a clip where Netanyahu thanks U.S. for attacking Iran and basically says that we've changed history by doing this thing that's already been kind of happening. Yippee.
That's so fucking backshit ass. Iran acted in self-defense of getting hit by this guy a little more than a week ago. And it's already escalated to us taking part in their war. They're fighting a war on two fronts. They're fighting Palestine and Iran at the same time right now. Two Muslim countries, coincidentally, all start... Mind you, back in the early 2000s, a lot of this bullshit started because some Jewish politicians decided to parade on a Muslim temple within Israel. And the Muslims didn't really take kindly to that. This is a fucking race war. Why are we going over there to fight someone else's race war? We have no place being there. We can't keep getting sucked in to protecting these fucking... These guys keep sucking us into their conflict. We fell for weapons of mass destruction again. I had my audio off. This is some shit.
Thank you very much. A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime, Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier. For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel. They have been killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before. And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight, and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this capacity. I hope that's so. I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Razencane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight, not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago. Tomorrow, General Kane, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth will have a press conference at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon. And I want to just thank everybody, and in particular, God. I want to just say we love you, God, and we love our great military. Protect them. God bless the Middle East. God bless Israel, and God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So those other targets, right? They're in contention has been the bunker bomb. They have a God, I've been drinking too much. They have a nuclear facility at the bottom of a mountain, and the only bombs that can reach it is the bunker bomb, which is owned by the U.S., and the only plane that can carry it is also owned by the U.S. The only way this fight ends is with the U.S. involvement, which is why the U.S. should never have gotten involved in this fucking thing, because it's a race war. Iran has even said that they would go back to Barack Obama's nuclear deal, which would have fundamentally prevented them from developing a nuclear weapon, just nuclear power. They would have gotten regular inspections to determine that their nuclear program is just for power. They have also offered to reduce the amount of uranium they're enriching, like, significantly, to the point where they can't produce nuclear weapons in exchange for a ceasefire. Also got denied. This is a race war. This is Israel having personal interests to attack Palestine and Iran because they are Muslim nations, and they want to remain the superpower of the Middle East rather than have fucking peace. By the way, I want to say, I am not an anti-Semite, because I hope most Jewish Americans and Jewish Israelites agree with me that that Israel should not be doing this shit. That they should stop poking the bear and getting us involved in their fucking shit. They made the first strike on Iran. They destroyed Gaza. They destroyed Palestine. They're shooting kids. They're shooting people just looking to get food. And we're still their fucking ally. They don't deserve that shit.
Again, my audio here was not on, but you just can read the thing on the left and get the gist of what this was. Pause now if you want. It basically says that Trump promised to bring peace to the Middle East. He failed, and he's doing a very bad job of all this shit. Yada yada yada.
It was undertaken because we dick ride Israel. Oh my God.
And here, this guy basically says that there's going to be a follow-up to this at 8 a.m. tomorrow. That would be June 22nd. I hope to get this video up before midnight, so that should still be topical. 8 a.m.
God, I gotta get up at 8 a.m. tomorrow now.
Yada,
I'm
yada,
gonna do
yada.
another one of these at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Fuck me, man. Fuck me. That's all I need, right? I can't fucking fathom why we would do this again. Israel has been saying for like the last 40 fucking years that Iran was just around the corner of a nuclear weapon, and every time we fall for it and send Americans to die in the Middle East for fucking nothing.